Hi, I'm at the beach, guys. It's rainy here, it's cold. I wanted to sleep in. I drank last night watching all the craziness happen with SBTV. But, when you have squirrels at home, squirrels don't let you sleep in, no matter how late you stayed up watching something on the interwebs. So, good morning, Big Chief. How are you this morning? Crazy night last night. Did you guys watch all the shenanigans last night? Insanity. It was riveting. I had 3 streams going and I was trying to keep it all. Hey, Papa Smurf. I actually thought about you when I started this live because I thought, well, Papa Smurf will be up. So, because it's not that early here. It's after 9, but it's kind of early for a Sunday morning. I was up way too late. Oh gosh, me too. I was up so late. I watched so many streams last night. It was insanity. I was for it. It was insane. I loved every minute of it. I wanted to sleep in because I drank. I started drinking with Mexican long hair's dance party or music party. Thinking about you. Yeah, who can't think about you? Come on now. Papa Smurf is a handsome guy. So, I had a whiskey with Mexican Longhair's dance party, and then I moved from there into watching DOA at La Poubelle, and then I was watching Danny at the Blue Building, Big Blue, and I was giving him information. Well, not just me; it was a few of us about what was going on with DOA. So the next thing you know, Danny's running or racing across town with a car full of SPs. He had Laura. Gosh, who else did he have? He had other people, and I'm just not thinking. I think Aja was with them, and Leah and Ashley. There was a bunch of them that all rushed over to La Poubelle. And I was riveted. I was watching Danny's stream. I was watching DOA stream. I had a third one up. What was it? Oh, at one point I had Streets LA. Good morning. So, but then my neighbor stopped by. And I was out of the loop for like 15 minutes. And that put me so far behind. So then I'm watching 3 streams on fast forward, trying to catch up to it all because I didn't want to miss out. And by that time, DOA was already arrested, so I missed the big hubbub. But I went back and watched as much of it as I could. And then I just stayed up late. I was on Mindy's stream, and then I went to Becky's stream. I was watching all of it. It was insane. I have a lot of catching up to do. I haven't even watched Natalie's live yet because apparently she just did one and I missed it. I was driving over here and getting set up, and then I checked my phone again and I had just missed it. So I need to see that. Anyway, one of my squirrels woke up early and refused to let me sleep in. I got them settled and they went straight back to sleep. And I didn't want to wake up the rest of the household, but I was dying to do my next edition of the Beck stream, my Beck expose series, I guess you'd say, on the Duncan Blake story. Anyway, I couldn't do that at home, though, because I was going to wake up the whole house trying to do that. So I thought, well, let's just go out somewhere. I'm trying to get out more anyway. The beach is beautiful, but it's raining here. It's drizzling and it's cold, but it's still beautiful. And there's still plenty of people out exploring and being their touristy selves. So I didn't even make coffee, guys. I am sans coffee out here in this rain. NorCal, no, it's Southern California. Can you believe it? This is San Diego. Yeah, I'm in La Jolla right now. It is freezing. It is drizzling. It is not the day to be out, but if I turn to my right and scan down, you'll see there's lots of people, really, considering how cold and rainy it is. there's quite a few people down at the watching the seals. There's a bunch of seals out on the cove down here that they're all watching. Anyway, I didn't even have coffee because I didn't want to wake up the whole household, and my espresso machine looked like the cove. Yeah, there's so many beautiful coves though. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Anyway, yeah, I didn't want to wake up the house, so I didn't have an espresso. I did get a lovely tea, and then I went out the door, and I thought, well, maybe I can do the Duncan Blake story here, but, why not take advantage of the view and the beach and just relax a little bit first? Maybe I'll do that afterwards. I'm not sure. But, gosh, that was insanity last night. It was so insane. I loved it. I mean, I feel bad for the protesters. They went through a lot last night, but it was very riveting to watch. It was very interesting. Should I walk down the beach a bit? I'd have to leave my stuff to do that, though. Can you guys hear me okay? I never know. I always wonder. It's like, got my microphone on ahead of time this time, whereas usually I put it on after I start because I don't remember to do it. But yeah, I got everything set. It's just beautiful here. Can you see the purple on the cliff side there? The flowers. It's beautiful. And then down to the right, there's seals. Maybe we should just go see the seals for a minute. My stuff will be okay. My stuff will be okay. No one's going to steal it. So, what streams did you guys watch? What were the ones or the incidences of note that you guys found most interesting? Can you hear the seals? They are making a lot of noise down there. I see one bull seal out there just telling the whole world he's here. But you know what? It is spring. Everyone gets a little randier in the spring. Maybe I should, I never can decide if moments like these, if I should be quiet and just enjoy the scenery or if I should chat with you guys. Oh, here's a big seal making all the noise. Oh, and he just dove under the water, so now he's stopped. Maybe if I zoom in on him. Nope, he just swam out. He's a big fella. Let's go past this little building here. It's kind of in the way. Oh, there's pelicans. Oh, there's a whole group of pelicans down here with that noisy seal. He has a lot to say today, apparently. Can you guys hear the seal? He's so cute. And the pelicans are like, really? It's too cold. Seals where I live, I love hearing them barking. Yeah, this one's going crazy. He's like, hey, ladies, come get it. Here I am. Look at that big guy. Big fella. I'm not very steady. I should probably have put this on my tripod. Yeah, there's lots of seals here today. And look at all these pelicans. They're so cool. Barking seals. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, who is that? My glasses are rained up. I thought it said Pearl Snappy. That can't be possible. Pearl Snappy doesn't know who I am. Cool beach. Yeah, it's beautiful here in La Jolla Cove. The seals just pretty much own this whole section. There were a bunch of surfers out. They just left as I was getting here. There's some guys out on a kayak or canoe or something. There they are. And it is cold. They better have good wetsuits on. There's different weight wetsuits. I hope they have thick winter ones on. It is cold out there. Yeah, we hear you. We hear you, buddy. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Probably not going to stand here and do this too long. I don't have enough to talk about. I wanted to talk about the shenanigans last night, but I don't know all the facts really. Should I rehash it, I wonder? You guys have probably already seen it all though. It was insane. I'm dying to know what Natalie's live was about. I'm sure it was all about what happened last night, and I'm sure she had all the details. I love watching Natalie's stream. I just love, last night was nuts. I know! Was it not, Eric? It was insane. Insanity. And you probably weren't here when I said it, but my neighbor stopped by, and like for 15 minutes I was out of the loop. And I had been watching 3 streams, so I had to go back and try to try to 2-speed catch up on everything so that I wouldn't be out of the loop and could be at present time. It was a very exciting night. Very exciting. Oh, little seals. Big seals, actually. And then up here, we got seals up on the rocks. And then if I were to go down to the left quite a bit, there's they call it the children's pool because it used to be where there's still certain seasons you still have it, but it's a protective little cove with shallow waters and practically no waves. That's the children's pool, but the seals have said, no, that's ours. And thankfully, the people of La Jolla fought for that and said, no, we're going to stop driving away the seals. This is the seals' place before ours. So during pupping season, at least, they let all the seals take over. And then I think as they start clearing out, it becomes back open to public eventually. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it, but that rock is practically covered in seals. They're wondering why that one guy's making so much damn noise. They're trying to sleep. There's a big daddy coming in, making a ton of noise down there. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I really wanted to do that other part of my series, but I didn't want to wake up the whole household, so why not come down to the beach, enjoy some of this scenery, get out, walk around a little, even though it's cold, and the rain has stopped though. It was pretty rainy. I want to see if my stuff is still there. Yeah, it looks still there, but I did get pretty far from it. I probably shouldn't have done that. But there's a lot of people around, which can be bad or good if you're leaving stuff out. Someone could escape into the crowd. Rainy in Seattle. Yeah, it was drizzly and rainy here, but it's just now stopped. You can see the clouds. It's really gray. Really gray today. One of my squirrels is in Seattle, Eric. What part of Seattle do you live? Well, you don't have to tell me that. That's maybe too much information to be putting on the webs. But yeah, I have a squirrel who lives in Seattle. So I'm definitely going up there this summer sometime. Probably in July. Maybe I'll do a live stream from Seattle. I'll at least take video. North Seattle up and ever. Oh, okay. Yeah, so beautiful in Seattle. I just love Seattle. It's amazing. Um, I love the culture. It's just such a great city. Such a great city. I've got a couple vids on the downtown org. Ooh, wow, I'm gonna have to subscribe to you. Everyone, subscribe to Eric Rowe. Go check out his Seattle org videos. I, for one, will. I want to see that. And my squirrel that lives in Seattle knows that this is something I follow and am into. So he always drives me by points of interest such as that. Like in the last city he lived in, there was a Way to Happiness. Uh, it was like an outreach center. I think it was like a recruitment center. It wasn't an org. The downtown org is crazy. The Queen Anne org is where they recruit from, I think. Oh, Queen Anne's where my son, oh, well, now I've just said I have a son. It's where my squirrel lives. Yeah. Oh, interesting. It figures that would be where they recruit from. There's a lot of college students in that area. The downtown org has a methadone clinic next to it, so it's very unsafe. Oh, wow. I bet they recruit a lot of recovering addicts or addicts and people at their most vulnerable, right? That's when they pounce. Anyone who's got any sort of vulnerability, they've got a way to cure it, you know, and they will go after those people. The little guy's so noisy. Here, look at these pelicans fly by. A lot of them. Oh, here comes another. And there's a bunch down there. There's cute little kiddos running around chasing seagulls that I would love to show you, but I'm going to protect the privacy of children. Children can't consent, as we know, so it's not fair to them. The adults I try to avoid too, but you know, honestly, they're fair game. Cute baby just went by. You know, once a mama, always a mama. All the babies are adorable to me. So I'd be happy to snuggle any of them. My credit saver prohibited my Xenu experience. My credit saver prohibited my Xenu experience. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you had an almost where they tried to call you in. Oh, credit score. Oh, that is too funny. You weren't valuable enough financially to them for them to grab you. That is hysterical. I had a close call, but not with Scientology exactly. It was with, oh, you're joking. Ha, very funny. Yeah, I have good credit score, but that doesn't mean I have money. So they probably wouldn't want me either. When I was videoing downtown, there was an assault I caught on camera and had to call paramedics and cops. Kind of scary. That is scary. I'm so glad you were there. You maybe saved a life, you know? That's amazing. Wow. Very scary. That. Oh gosh, that one's really singing. Listen to him. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I had a near miss, but it wasn't Scientology. It was a Scientology squirrel group. Okay, so it was Landmark Forum, which spun off of EST group, and EST were literal Scientologists that were disgruntled with Scientology, and they left and formed their own group that just focused on the self-help aspect, none of the upper level Xenu bullshit, but still very much controlling, very indoctrinating, using all the hypnosis techniques and mind control, thought control, all of that, because you know those are effective means. And so they started a group. It was very culty, and people poured a lot of money into it. Anyway, a spin-off of EST is Landmark Forum, And I had a boss that was really into Landmark Forum, and she quite liked me. So she paid for me to go to a weekend seminar with Landmark Forum where they try to get you in. Well, I was really nervous about going for some reason. I didn't know they were affiliated in any way with the Scientology. They're not directly affiliated with Scientology, but the Scientology genre of life. I didn't know that at the time. So my boss paid for this seminar. I went to it, and apparently, because I stayed, you're supposed to be sessionable, right? To be truly capable of getting excited and into it all. They want you to have a good night's sleep and a good breakfast. Well, I was so nervous about it. I barely slept the night before, and I just packed my bags and went down there. So I get there, and the first thing they do is they have a big auditorium where they try to start a few of the protocol or lessons, and apparently I was not amenable enough to them because they had people walking up and down the alleys, the aisle of the auditorium, and if you weren't like nodding your head and smiling and going, yes, yes, that's me, being super enthusiastic, they didn't want you there because they didn't want your free thought and questioning or negativity to contaminate anyone else in the group, make anyone else think or be less participatory and susceptible to their programming. So I was only there an hour for the first seminar, or the first meeting. I guess seminar is a fine word, but and they asked me to leave. They pulled me out very quietly, asked me to come to the back, and asked me to leave because I had like gave that puzzled, like, what the frick is this sort of look on my face at one point. And your company sent you to the course? Yes. Yeah, my boss was really into it. And I was pulled aside quietly, taken into a back room, and asked to leave. I was so upset. I was prepared to spend the weekend. My boss had paid for it, and I was just so worried. I'm like, this is for my job. I have to do this. This is not good to be asked to leave. What is my boss going to think? I'm going to lose my job. This is terrible. Interesting story, channel hopping. Oh, hey, Mama. So they asked me to leave. I go back. I apologize to my boss, explain what happened. And you know what's funny? It wasn't long after that I was training a new trainee who was in fact my replacement. So they had me train my replacement and let me go. Within, I don't know, a week and a half, I was gone. So I was right in my suspicion that my job depended on it. But what are you going to do? So after all was said and done, and I was talking to my mom about it, my mom was well aware of what EST was. And she immediately recognized the name Landmark Forum and said, oh my gosh, this is EST. This is essentially Scientology. You're actually really lucky they asked you to leave. It's like craziness. Because how far of a leap is it to get involved with Landmark Forum, EST, and then segue into Scientology? I mean, not that Landmark and EST are that much better. Well, that was a close one. I know. It could have been me. If I had been well rested, and it was for my job. So I was going to participate and be a player, and I thought I had to do this. So if things had just been slightly different and I hadn't been slightly cynical and tired, that would have been me. I would have been taking courses. So I was really lucky. But my mom was well aware of who they were and well aware of EST and Landmark Forum and Scientology. It's just ironic that I didn't tell her before I went, because pretty much tell my mom everything, you know how that is. And I told her I was going for a training seminar, but I didn't mention specifically what it was. So she didn't know until after I got back and was asking me questions about how my weekend went. So, yeah, but I mean, I was early 20s. You know, you're trying to get your footing career-wise and socially, and I was in between boyfriends. I was probably in a pretty vulnerable spot right for the picking for them, so their loss, but my gain for sure. And that was my only close call with Scientology. I remember when I was young, my mom talking about Scientology being a cult because there would be those Dianetic commercials, and I asked her about them one time, and so she told me that it was a cult. And I remember another time we went to a shopping mall, and there was a Narcanon spokesman out there handing out leaflets and trying to recruit people. And she even knew at that time that Narcanon was part of Scientology and a cult. And so I remember, and not that any of us had any need for Narcanon, we weren't suffering in that way, thankfully. But I remember her telling me about that then. So I grew up knowing Scientology and Narcanon. I never heard of Criminon because, you know, where would I have heard of that? I've never been arrested. But that's my only interesting near miss. Here's some more pelicans. Hey, Pellies. Bye, Pellies. Oh gosh, he's a loud one. Let's see what he's up to. He is looking for a girlfriend. Any ladies available out there? That's what he's saying anyway. I love it. They're so cute. It's so fun to watch them, especially in the spring. Oh, probably if I went down to the baby cove, there's probably some babies already there, probably already pepping. But if not now, soon. Maybe I'll have to come back and get some baby seal. This is mostly adults. I don't see any babies here, but that's way too high up to have a baby on. So that's why they do it in that little protected cove that's shallow water and low frequency, low pressure, power, less powerful waves. And so that's why that little cove is where they do the cupping. This guy doesn't know what he wants. He's in and out of the water. He's like, I want to go fishing. I want food. But the ladies are up here on the beach. I need to come check out the ladies and let them know I'm here. There he goes out to sea. And he's still crying. And he'll be back in soon. Because they only make that much a ruckus and noise. Or repeatedly like that when they're looking for a mate. I mean, sometimes if a warning call sometimes, but not that much for that long. Now he's coming back in and out. Anyway, let's walk up this way. I'm gonna go down so I'm not filming these people. Quite a bit of tourists here, considering how cold it is. But you know, the locals know to expect this, so there's been surfers out and a lot of the locals out. But the tourists are like, shit, we wanted sunny San Diego and it's freezing. But they've already paid the plane, they've already gotten the hotel, so they brave it and they come out for a while. But I did see a number of people that had like a full van packed for a sunny day at the beach. with all their beach gear and the kiddos that quickly left with this rain. And although it's not raining now, it was raining quite a bit earlier and freezing. It's really cold out here today. My hand holding the phone is absolutely freezing. So I think I'm gonna get off, go find myself a coffee. My squirrels should be up now, so I won't be waking up the household. And then I'm gonna do the dive today into the Vanity Fair article. I'm really looking forward to it. So Vanity Fair, the Golden Suicides. Sorry for the name. Sorry if that's an upsetting topic, but it's a fascinating story, and I'm gonna go through that today. Thanks for joining me. It was lovely to be out here. I can't wait to catch up on Natalie's stream and rewatch whatever I might have missed from last night. Take care, guys. Bye.